here's the thing about color blindness. I treat other people like I want to be treated. All of those come from good intent to say, hey, we're all human. We all want to be treated with respect. They come from good intent. Okay. However, when we're colorblind, we don't recognize some of those systemic issues. If, as a white woman, I say I'm colorblind, right? That means I don't recognize some of the differences in my friends who aren't white, and maybe some of the issues that they've had to face as a result, right? It also means that I'm probably not having conversations with them about it. So I'm not learning about it. And I can just put my blinders on and go through my happy little life and not have to think there's any kind of problem because I am colorblind, right? We're all human. We all get treated the same. That's what colorblindness affords us. We know that's not true. Okay. We know, in terms of hiring, how many studies have been done? Black sounding names like Tyrone and Lakeisha are less likely to make it through even to an interview, much less get hired, than Joe or Mary, white sounding names, right? That when we're colorblind, we think that, oh, we all got equal opportunity. When we recognize, yeah, there are these differences and some of these are systemic and they're not necessarily intentional. I think that's the hard thing around this. But now we have another discussion that's branching off. We can branch off to in terms of intent and impact, right? Mm-hmm. So, it's not necessarily intentional, but it's real. Just because it's intentional, not intentional, doesn't make it not real. That there's less opportunity if I don't have a white sounding name in the United States, right? So that's the kind of thing colorblindness gets us to. If I say I'm color, and that's honestly, Kim, one of the things that makes me a little wacky, because on social media, right, I'll see, people posting, oh, there's two little kids holding hands, and one happens to be Black and one happens to be, oh, look, they're colorblind. That's not something to aspire to. Okay. It's what we want to aspire to is recognize, oh my gosh. Yes. Wait, I got one more science fact that came up too. I want to remember it. But we want to aspire to, oh my gosh, your experience is different from mine. We know if we walk into a store with our friends, our women friends who are Black, even Oprah talked about being followed around in a purse store once, high-end purse store, right? Who are they going to follow? It ain't going to be me, right? It's going to be my friend who's African-American or Hispanic, because that's where the bias lives. But one of the things we do know, my little science fact, this is American scientific study from a few years ago. We think we're colorblind, but our brains actually work harder when we're in groups of racially mixed people.